Howdy, folks. Today we're playing Mono Black Staff of Completion, Phyrexia, all would be one standard. This deck's built around the Staff of Completion, as you would imagine, and specifically the proliferate part of it. So we're looking to proliferate parts of Liliana, Sorin, Vraska, and Archfiend of the Dross. Just sort of cards that are all good with getting extra counters on them. Staff of Completion is also a mana rock, so you can get your Vraska out in turn 4 instead of turn 5, which is pretty good. Also, Big Buster can hold proliferation counter, although it's not that good. It's something you can do with a Big Buster. Other than that, we're just surrounding it with typical good mono black spells: Cut Down, Go for the Throat, Trespasser, Path Peril, Sheldred. Just things to keep us alive. But yeah, pretty simple plan. Just seeing if this is better than regular mono black. The one glaring omission here is Invoke Despair, and I play a lot of Invoke Despair, so I'm just kind of replacing it with Vraska this time around, see if it's any better. So yeah, we'll try it out. Let's get to the ladder. Alrighty, opponent's going first. I think we'll draw a lance. We're gonna go ahead and keep mono red potentially. Didn't have a 1-drop though. Reckless Impulse, interesting so far. Go ahead and pass. See if they just dump out a hand of 1-drops, maybe 1-drops and a 2-drop, so we can kill with the Path Peril. I don't know. Nothing, huh? Okay, well, I'll just Liliana then. I think I'll be ticking up to Liliana. Get some stuff out of their hands. And I don't think we need second Archfiend here. See what they get rid of. Lightning Strikes. That means they have a second Lightning Strike probably for Liliana, or they just don't care about the Liliana. They didn't use their mana that turn. Interesting. Mechanized Warfare, sure. And the Festivities, okay.
You picked a fight with the wrong necromancer. A delay, nothing more.
Swamp. And Sheldred. So they already discarded a Lightning Strike and used it to end the Festivities, so I feel like they have less ways to deal with our Sheldred here. Another Mechanized Warfare. It's not if they have a Lightning Strike, it kills the Sheldred. Okay, they did have a second Lightning Strike, okay. It's pretty good. Alrighty. I think we'll just get Liliana rolling here. Make them sacrifice the chick. See what the last card in their hand is. See if it's any good or not. Oh, they have another one. Play with Fire. Okay, it's a 4 damage removal spell on us. Kept one on the top. Okay, definitely going up on the Liliana.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Discard the Vraska, I guess. Okay, get a Archfiend down. That's a clock potentially for our opponent. Depends on what they play. If they kept a creature on top and the Festivities on top, okay.
Fine. I know
it's pretty good. Liliana time. Gonna plus it up.
Something suspicious is going on. I'm tired of your secrets.
See if they can draw well enough to beat us here. Sheldred come down first. Lost to Liliana. See what they have in hand. Mountain. Probably not good enough unless they Reckless Impulse into 2 Lightning Strikes or something. 2 play with fires, but alrighty. We got there. We'll take a victory against Mono Red. We had fun, certainly. Alrighty, we're going first. I think we'll keep this. They go for the throat up. Turn 3, I have to play Big Buster on turn 2. Not a bad place to be. Good opponents up to red. Mono red, okay. Yep, that's tough. If that's the case, I think we're just going to try to go for the throat the Swift Spear this turn. Or whatever else they may play. Adversary, sure. Kill the adversary this turn. Bankbuster or go for the throat? I think we'll keep the go for the throat up. Just hope that we'll draw the land for this Sheldred. Another Swift Spear, sure. It's pretty good. They have a lightning strike for us. They do have a lightning strike for us, okay. So at least that's a lightning strike that's not going to go against our Sheldred. So we're going to try to draw an untapped land here to cast it. We did not, so I guess we're going to have to go with the go for the throat again. Do they have a Raiju or what they have this turn? Cognizant, okay. And play with fire, okay. Let them resolve their scry first. One to the bottom, sure. Alright, prevent the 3 damage here. There we go, drew the land for the Sheldred. And now we just need to stay alive. Okay. They had the Rebel Salvo for our Sheldred. That is pretty good. Alright, Bankbuster, go. See if we can draw another Sheldred. That was Rebel Salvo, huh? That is a card in their deck. Mishra's Research Desk. Okay, they're doing a whole bunch of interesting stuff over there. See what they hit. Reckless Impulse, Swamp. Probably gonna get the Reckless, or in Mountain, probably gonna Reckless Impulse. See what they hit here. Cockazin, Reckless Impulse. Alright, see if we hit a cut down here. That's why we're drawing. It's the only card in our deck we can play. Alright, Liliana, not terrible.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the Raven Man.
I think I'm gonna plus here, actually. Get whatever is in their hand out of their hands.
Don't overthink things.
Obliterating Bolt, pass the turn. See if maybe they attack the Liliana with the etching. Obliterating Bolt. Okay.
Oh, that's my cue.
Probably play the Reckless Impulse, try to hit another land for this Kumano. No, gonna forego the Reckless Impulse, okay. Alright, Kumano down. Draw with the Bankbuster. Play another Bankbuster. Pass the turn. They have another Research Desk they could go with. They also have this Kumano ticking. Belden, yep, that's pretty good. Alright, gonna draw with our Bankbuster. Hopefully hit some good stuff here. Mono Swamp is not great though. Staff of Completion. Okay. Pass the turn. Plan to block with this Bankbuster. Yep, Research Desk coming down. Sacrifice, see what they hit. 2 mountains, okay. We'll take that. So we've used pretty much all our go for the throat, so I think we have to block the Felden, and when we draw, try to draw a cut down. Another Bankbuster, okay. Probably means we're gonna die though. What was that last card? Visions of Phyrexia. Opponents could definitely go a little bit bigger in their mono red deck. We really need to draw a Sheldred here. We definitely need to draw a Sheldred. Now we do the cut down. Okay, another Bankbuster coming down. Try to draw the Bankbuster now, just in case we hit a Sheldred or anything. Nope. Pass the turn. any... Ugh. It's an interesting attack from our opponent. Okay, draw with the Bank Buster. Really just looking to hit a Sheltered or something here to gain life. Liliana's not terrible.
Happy to help. We all have things
Fable,
we
okay.
never forget.
Yep. Crew 1 Bank Buster. No! Why did I attack with both? No. Did not mean to attack with both. That was a yikes. Okay, well, staff time. Pass the turn. See what they hit. Yep, that's gonna be lethal anyway. Alright, opponent's going first. This is kind of a bad hand, but we'll roll with it. See what's going on. Gonna need to draw some lands, certainly. Bang Buster time. Opponent's on some sort of control list, probably. Jace, okay. I think that means we're just gonna Graveyard Trespasser and attack the Jace. So our opponent doesn't get much value out of it. One of the nice things about having Bank Buster in your deck is that it also can just attack for turn 4, on turn 3 for 4. So, there we go. Interesting play by our opponent, but they lost that Jace basically for free. Another Jace.
Phyrexia showed me the truth. Flesh will always.
They should probably minus on the Jace. Taking a lot of life point hits here. They're gonna pay the ward.
Become subdued.
That is something you can do. Don't think they're gonna want to pay the ward every turn though. We're just gonna use this time to get our Liliana going.
Something suspicious.
We don't need all the Bank Busters in the world.
Be outsmarting me.
I am going to attack still. Get rid of this Jace. Leaves us open to Wandering Emperor, but no, they have a tap land anyway. They want to keep plussing the Jace. They're, I mean, I don't even. Seems like a tough strategy. Okay, they do decide to mill us.
I will clear your mind.
Alright, just gonna attack with a Graveyard Glide at this Jace. Exile both those cards. What do they have for my Jace here? For my God and attacking Jace? Nothing, okay. I think we're gonna draw first here.
All will witness Phyrexia's truth.
Swap. Alright, we'll +1. I don't think we want this Path of Peril. And eventually we're going to ultimate this Liliana, so our opponent has to do something here. Dissipate, sure. Opponent didn't have the double blue necessary for that card until this turn. See what they have now. They use a Wrath, that means we have a turn to get a Vraska down. Definitely an interesting spot our opponent's in. Putting a squeeze on him. Liliana's pretty good in these spots. Okay. Wandering Emperor.
Run away.
Just gonna go ahead and pay the ward now. Yep. Found an excess land, seemingly.
To see you go.
Alright, we'll +1.
Drop it.
Archfiend's probably pretty good. Don't know if we need second Bank Buster though. Farewell. So if they do have Farewell in their deck, I think that means we want to play Vraska. Try to get around Farewell as much as possible. This way we can also proliferate the Liliana so we can minus it next turn. And keep up relevant spells. And keep it alive, I mean. Minus it for the -6. Okay, opponent does Memory Deluge. They decided to not play a land. Alright. Target the player. So I think we want to put the Wandering Emperor with the 2 white lands and these in their own pile. See what our opponent decides to do. They want to keep the Wandering Emperor or not. They do keep the Wandering Emperor, okay. Okay, we'll get the Archfiend down in that event. Plus in the Vraska, proliferate all of our stuff going on here. Play a Swamp, pass the turn. Archfiend with 5 counters is pretty good. Okay, Samurai coming.
May your blade strike true.
Draw the Bank Buster. Go to my turn. Draw with the Vraska. Another Archfiend, okay. Plus with the Liliana. Discard this Path of Peril, I think. Don't think it's going to be that good against our opponent. Silver Scrutiny, okay. Attack the Wandering Emperor. Play second Archfiend. Pass the turn. See if our opponent has the lands for a Wrath here. Wandering Emperor again, okay, sure. We're fixing to just try to ultimate the Liliana again, though.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Alright, yep. Draw with the Bank Buster. Yeah, opponent can drag out that game, but they're gonna just keep being low on lands. That time, we were gonna probably give them, I don't know what we were gonna give them, but I don't know. GG's. Just giving them the beatdowns, I guess. Big win, big win. Alrighty, and we're going first, and this looks like a nice little curve. They don't. They just, okay, basically roped me for the first turn. Disrespectful, but alrighty. See if our opponent plays another creature here that we can Path of Peril. I think we'd be pretty happy about that, actually. Belden, yep. Opponent's getting in their chunk right here, but Path of Peril here. It's exactly what we wanted. And we have the Liliana next turn for whatever they, you know, if they play one singular big creature this turn. Kumano, okay. Belden, yep. So I could definitely play the Sheldred there, but I think I want my opponent to have to commit some stuff to the board here. Try to use maybe a burn spell to kill the Liliana. Have to do something. Stormseeker, okay. See if they want to use that to kill Liliana or not. Yep, they do. Nice.
A delay, nothing more.
Yep. Sheldred time. Pass the turn. Man, they have their Rending Flame. Everybody is on Rending Flame and stuff today. Ways to kill the Sheldred. We'll gladly trade here if they offer it, okay? Graveyard Trespasser time. Give me that Reckless Stormseeker. Both have stalled out on lands. They have a Raiju, though. I think we're basically priced into blocking this Raiju if they attack. With both. If not, we'll just go for the throw to next turn. No blocks. So we could Vraska the Raiju. Put us down to 8 though, but I don't hate that. Gives us the ability to X out whatever they play next too. Pass the turn. Keep this Trespasser back. This Vraska can just be a double removal spell. I think we'd be happy with that. We'd like our opponent to draw some lands though, so they don't just always have Gats rolling up. Adaptives, yep. What else they got? They have a Lightning Strike, Kami's Flare, okay. That's pretty good. Coming at us or coming at Vraska? Coming at Vraska, okay.
My defiance never dies.
Alright, Archfiend and pass. Land. They did finally draw land, okay. Go to my turn. Play a Sheldred. Attack our opponent with a big 6/6 flyer. Sheldred was just what we ordered here. So that way our opponent could be dead in a few turns. What do they have? Megalaws, okay. Yep, I think we're fine with the Megalaws. Yep, just go to my turn again. Attack our opponent. Pass the turn. Make our opponent commit the mana for this Megalaws. And make them swing out. Okay, that should be GG's. Vigilance and Menace. Still not going to be enough to get past the Sheldred, and we have Lethal on the swing back. Alright, Megalaws down. And we have the cut down for the etching. And that's GG's. Alrighty, I'll take it. Nice little curve got there. Alrighty, we're going first. We will keep this. Not a bad little hand we got going on. Bankbuster can get us some to our later game, and we have some nice ways to prevent from dying early, hopefully, depending on what they have. Bloodfell Caves, okay. Definitely think that it's a Bankbuster time. We can crew the Bankbuster if we want with the Graveyard Trespasser. Caucason. Okay, opponent's on maybe aggressive Rakdos. Adversary, yep. I think we gotta preserve our life total here. Worry about the Bankbuster later. Plays with Fire Rust, sure. Scry to the top. Trespasser time. Pass the turn. See if they want to kill our Trespasser or not. Sheldred, yep. Pretty good. Go to our turn. Go ahead and draw. Sheldred of our own. Pass the turn. Looks like they do have the removal spell for our Sheldred. Or maybe not. Because if our Sheldreds just stare at each other, I think that probably benefits us. If they had the removal spell, they should have used it earlier. They have a Lightning Strike and a Shelter's Edict, maybe? Just going with the Fable, okay. Fine by us. Play with Fires us, sure. Go to our turn. Roscoe's a great draw. Because now I can get rid of this Sheldred. Pass the turn. They ever play with fire for Vraska? It's possible they do. We would love to get to a point where we can start really drawing cards with the Sheldred in play, though. The Vraska and the Bankbuster. Gain some life that way. See what they dump here. Imagine they're trying to dump stuff to find a remove spell for Sheldred. They only dumped one cut down. They kept a tramway station where they just drew that. Not quite sure what's going on over there. Trespass of their own, sure. So the last card they have must be pretty good too. Liliana. Yeah, Liliana's not bad, certainly. I think we're going to start with the bank bust. Well, I guess we're going to start with the Vraska draw. And I think we're going to proliferate the Fable here. So that way we can just Path of Peril everything on their side. Oh, it doesn't get oh, it doesn't take care of the reflection. Yeah, that was my bad. So I thought it was power 2 or less for a second. That's my bad. And now they have haste on the reflection. Well, you know what? Our opponent, they needed a way to get back in the game. You know what I mean? We were just helping them out. Cognizant, okay.
I can taste your fear.
See how they attack. No attacks, okay. Not just draw the Bankbuster then. Gain our life with the Sheldred. Go to my turn. We do have double Liliana.
Those who get in my
Yep,
way
make him
tend to
sacrifice.
regret it. Off you go.
0 the Vraska.
Nothing of Phyrexia's plans.
We could hit the Fable this turn, but I think we want to give ourselves another turn to draw something to combat the Fable. Yeah, I think we'll just pass the turn. Keep up this Bankbuster draw. They want to get rid of it, they'll have to pay a extra 2 life. Yep, got rid of their tramway station. Mountain, okay. Go ahead and draw their card. Now the nice part is we're going to be able to Liliana minus twice to get rid of their Trespasser and the reflection, and then it should be lethal. So we'll take that, alrighty. GG's, big W. Alrighty, we're going first, but I think we are fine. Just need to draw land. There we go, drew our lands. Our opponent goes for a Blood Tithe Harvester this turn. We'll definitely just start Liliana in. But nope, they do not. So we're just gonna get this Liliana. Don't know how good this Path of Peril is going to be. Go and get that out of our hands. And if they use a Sheldred's Edict on our Liliana, at least they're not using it on the Sheldred itself. I think, yeah, we're definitely fine to just play a Bank Buster here and draw. Plus on the other Liliana.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Cut down, yep, sure, pass the turn. Might even get to ultimately this Liliana eventually. Okay, yeah. See, that's the power of Liliana. Sometimes your opponent just can't beat it if you get it down early. And they couldn't beat it. I mean, just fantastic. GG's. Alrighty, we're going first. See what our opponent's on. See if they're again on mono red. A lot of that going on. Okay, mono blue maybe. Pass the turn. Simic. Okay. I think we'll try to get this Staff of Completion down in that event. A little mana ramping. Storm Chaser Drake, sure. Alright, let's try to draw a card here. Archfiend. Alright. Time to try to Liliana. See if they protect it.
This fight finished before brunch.
And we have the cut down if they do. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn if it was kicked. Okay, so it is gonna still die. So we're fine with that.
I've always hated crows.
We'll go ahead and pass the turn. Do they have another Storm Chaser Drake or something like that? Ivy, okay. Sure. Go ahead and proliferate here. Yep, get Liliana up 1. Go to my turn. I'm going to attempt to Path of Peril. Do they try to protect it here? Okay, they let it die. I think we're happy with that. Let's go ahead and pay our life. Get the Ivy out of the graveyard. Don't think we need this swamp at this juncture. But we do want to get stuff out of our opponent's hand. Shore up, okay. To me, that means they have even another creature here. Rot Priest, okay. Alright. Try to make him sacrifice a creature. They have a slip out the back. That's what they would need. Okay. No slip out the back.
Off you go.
Okay, we'll pay. Attack our opponent. Eat the Rot Priest. Pass the turn. We can proliferate again if we feel like we need to. Alrighty. Good game from our opponent is called. I'll agree. GG's. Our opponent's going first, but we should hopefully be able to keep creatures off of the battlefield here. With a cut down, go for the throat to Liliana. See what they're on. It looks like they did mulligan that and making a decision on another mulligan or not. Nice little lily pattern. Okay. Razorwood stick it. You got a Rot Priest for me? Potentially. Farmland, go, okay. Alright, passing the turn. So now if they had a Rot Priest, they'd probably try to resolve it. Yep. Alright, try to go for the throat it. definitely is going, gonna have a protection spell for it. Safekeeping, yep. But what they shouldn't have is a way to protect it from Liliana.
When I win,
In green-white, at least.
you know about the Raven Man.
We got them to use one of the safekeepings, so our future removal spell can hit better, potentially. At least while they don't have 2 Rot Priests in hand. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and plus get some stuff out of their hand in the meantime. I think we're definitely fine to get rid of this Archfiend here. I don't think it's gonna be one of those kinds of games. Plains, yep, okay. Let's get some sort of creature down here.
I bring order to the broken world. You fight
And we
for
could potentially Vraska next turn against Bloated Contaminator. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is plus the Liliana. Alrighty, well, yeah, tough for them, but Liliana has its merit against that matchup. GG's. All right, and we're back with a wrap up for Mono Black Staff, and I don't know, it was okay. That's kind of what I feel like the conclusion I come to a lot when I play decks that are a little off the beaten path for a certain established archetype, which that's what's going on here. We're playing a proliferate version of a good mono black deck. It is probably a little worse than regular mono black, but I think you definitely get some percentage points back from the difference in card quality with the fact that your opponent just kind of doesn't know what to expect on a game out basis from your deck. I will say this deck, as it's currently constructed, might be a little weak to mono red. Even with the cut downs, with the go for the throats, with the Path of Peril. I think maybe you could go in Phyrexian Flesh Scourger or Phyrexian Obliterator type of way for the deck. I think that could be a way to shore up that matchup. But then you lose quality against other matchups. So that's always the pull and tug of mono red. But other than that, Vraska is a really powerful card. Just being able to minus many times to get rid of a whole bunch of different creatures is fantastic, and then the ability to just draw a card and proliferate on all the other stuff is pretty good too. So yeah, pretty solid deck, pretty solid game plan. You have a lot more decisions to make in this deck than you do in a regular mono black deck, so it can feel more fun from that perspective. But if you're trying to go strictly for win rate, just fire up the old mono black. If you're trying to go for a little bit of fun, have a little more unique experience in a ladder, try this one out. That's about all I have to say about the deck. And as always, until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.